I had over 50 calls last week for one thing. Make a better video for cat converter cleaning, your IV tube, your injector cleaner. Well, here it is. This is by 06 Grand Marquis, the best vacuum line that we have here. Your brake booster line here. The first video got 500,000 views and about 500,000 comments. This is actually step 3, our 3-step tune-up process. Typically the brake booster is right behind the steering wheel. If you follow this brake booster line here, it will end up going into the air intake manifold. If it doesn't and you've got the wrong line, it's very easy to get off. This will pop out right here. And then you take this off, and this is what it looks like when you take it out. You can tell it's a vacuum line because when you start it, it has suction on it, just like your Hoover at home. Even step 1 alone, which is a bottle of our tune-up in the crankcase, can transform your car. This is what it looks like after you have it hooked up here. If that doesn't fit in there nice and snugly, make sure you get it snug or you tape it. You know, ideally you do this with 2 people, so one person can keep the engine running if it starts to stumble, but you can do it by yourself. You want to keep the bottle upright, but you don't want it to spill, and it'll suck it off the bottom. There is a regulator right here at the top, which will help you control the flow, although it doesn't always shut it off perfectly. It is stumbling a little bit. I'm going to try to cut down on the flow here. That procedure comes from the early 1970s, before catalytic converter was in full swing. So it was for the air intake and the exhaust. Well, that's it. So just hook the brake booster line back up and you're done. The problems today with the air intake soot are worse than ever, especially with the GDI engines. No way to get that soot out of the air intake valve except with a procedure like you just watched. No place in that engine that sludge or soot can hide from this 3-step process. You cannot guarantee which codes will go off and if they'll stay off and how long they'll stay off. There are so many variables, and it's good to go out on the highway or the road and kick it into passing gear 3 or 4 times to get the last of that carbon out of the system. Motorpurr.com, the lifeblood of your engine.